You talked a lot on your webpage and on your website about your early influences, but you're one of the originators of today's new hit country, and I'm sure you listen to the radio. Who do you like on country radio these days, Colin?
Well, there's a lot of new acts that sometimes, and not to make this sound negative, but a lot of them kind of sound the same to me, so it's hard for me to discern. And then so every once in a while, one will pop out that I really think is staying power. That I think Miranda Lambert, I think, is really different. I like Miranda a lot. I think she's mainly because she's a good writer, and she brings something different other than just a voice. She really brings her own kind of style, and I like Miranda a lot. As far as some of the big names that are out there, I love Keith Urban. I think he's got his own sound, his own. It's a real cool type of country. Lady Antebellum, I think, they remind me of Fleetwood Mac at times.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like now I'm not sure how country that is if you were to ask George Jones, but it's good and it's different and it's creative. So I just love acts that are creative. They look like they're bringing something to the party other than just I can sing, I want a talent show, and I want to be a star.
Oh, there you go. Well,
and I like those, and there's probably some more too if I think hard enough. But it's nowadays you're not getting, a lot of labels are not putting the effort into a long-term career for some of these acts, and so they're kind of treating them as one-hit wonders, and that's what I want to see change. I'd love to see the record labels get back to what they were doing, where they have that type of loyalty and dedication and commitment to one act or another, to where we can really see what who is going to be the next Alan Jackson, or who is, and right now it's also money oriented and throw it against the wall and see if it sticks oriented.
Yeah.
Because you look at say the award shows, it's kind of the same nominees all the time, and so that tells me that not a lot is breaking through, and I think it's the label's fault. They just have to continue to say we believe in this act a lot, and we're going to show it, and we're going to stick by them. And even if they put out a song that gets to number 27 and stops, we're not going to give up on them. We're going to come back with another one. And so I hope we see more and more of that, so that it won't be the usual suspects, all the time that are always there,
I'm going to write down those names you mentioned, because if anybody can recognize staying power in country music, it's Colin Raye. So I make a note of Keith Urban, Lady Antebellum.
Thank you. I really do, and I really like them a lot. And it's just love something that's different. That sounds like, it doesn't sound like we've had so many George Strait wannabes over the years, and so many, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's just like you can, we still got the original one.
Right.
He's still there, so we don't need a bunch more,
Exactly.
But it's a lot of it. That's record labels just trying to. Record labels only interested in making a buck.
There you go.
And they're not interested in. I think that may change from time to time. There will be some changes coming, but the mindset of the last, I'll say 10 years has been just, let's see what we can make some money on. And I think the overall integrity of the format suffers when they do that. But the good news is they do that about every 20 years. And they come back around to, someone will come along and sign an act that is a traditionalist or is just really good writer or whatever. And next thing you know, they'll be the new big deal.
Right.
And that will bring back a commitment to some integrity again, which I think it's on its way there now.
Yes. Oh, good. So that's the good news as far as the record business goes. And
I hope so.
I'll tell you something, too, from a radio standpoint. We listen to music all the time, and when we hear something that is out of the ordinary or harkens back to some good traditional country music, it stands out. And we're like, I want to hear it again. I'm not getting tired of it.
It should be about the songs, because country music is based on the songs. It always has been and always should be. And the good stuff will always last because the songs are good. Not even so much who sang them, but just the songs last,
Right. Now, let's talk about Colin Raye, present and future. I know you're contributing to a lot of causes with benefit shows like the one Sunday for the professional firefighters of New Hampshire at the Whittemore Center Arena in Durham. Now, your shows, they seem to always have a meaning to them these days. Do you have any one particular cause that's very dear to your heart?
Well, there's so many I've worked with over the years, and obviously will be the number one cause for me from now on is an organization. Well, Haley Bell is my little granddaughter who we just lost about a month, and she'd been sick with a neurological disease for a long time. It was undiagnosed, and we lost her just a few weeks ago, and so we're still reeling from that and trying to cope with it. And one way of coping with that is we've created a fund called the Haley Bell Memorial Fund. And what we want to do with that is, over this journey that we've had with her, I have become so aware of how many families there are in the country that have very, very sick kids, many with neurological diseases and many that aren't diagnosed. And sometimes it's very difficult for these families to get funding for some of these procedures they need done because there's no diagnosis. We know that firsthand. We've lived it, and so to create a foundation that can be there for those people, and not just for raising funds, but also for sharing information and sharing advice, and people where they can talk and get online or on the phone together and say, well, we have a little boy who has this, and here's what we did, and this worked pretty good. Don't try this because this doesn't work. And also, it just makes you feel good. I can say this firsthand. It makes the family feel good to know there are other families out there going through the same thing. It's
sort of an emotional resource center.
Yes. So that's what our intention is going to be with the Haley Bell Foundation. And to get that rolling, we have created the Haley Bell Memorial Fund, because right after her passing, a lot of people were calling and emailing saying, what can we do to help? What can we do to help? And said, you know what? Let's keep her name and this cause alive, to show her honor from now on. If anyone wants to donate for that, it's very easy. You can go to any Bank of America in the country and make a deposit for the Haley Bell Memorial Fund, and her name is spelled HALEY BELL. And we've had a really good response to that, and it means so much to us. It is like, because it's trying to turn a horrible tragedy into something positive. And I know that's what God wants us to do. And because we were blessed to have her for 9 years, we were very, very blessed and honored, and to be able to be the ones that have taken care of her and loved her, and to try to help her name and her life mean more than just those 9 years. This is a great way to do that. And so we sure appreciate any type of help to help us get this foundation rolling. And like I said, Bank of America is our partner on that. So they're everywhere. So anyone that would like to make a donation or to help us in any way, it's the Haley Bell Memorial Fund at any Bank of America.
Great. Collin, thank you for the information on that, too. And we're going to be posting any information we can here at WSCY regarding the Haley Bell Memorial Fund on our new website. If there's a link, we'll get that on the website, too. And also the link for the professional firefighters and your show Sunday night, the 16th, 2 shows, 3 and 7:30 at the Whittemore Center Arena in Durham. And the firefighters, yes, they always have this charity concert, and they help out a lot of causes. And WSCY is more than happy to help get the word out about your shows Sunday night, and so thankful that you took the time to stop in. And thanks from myself and the WSCY listeners. Collin Raye.
Joyce, thank you so much.